Jess here from nigezza.co.uk, and if you're joining me because you went on the blog hop last Saturday for the InspireINK, and I did promise that there would be a video tutorial, but it's normally I do them the next day on the Sunday, but this is coming to you on the Tuesday because I was in 2 blog hops last Saturday, and I did the tutorial for the other blog hop, the Pootless blog hop, on Sunday. So here is my InspireINK one, and the theme was romance, and I've gone for loving this DSP and loving my craft room and wanting to make pretty storage. So these are Stampin' Up framelits dies, which come in the bigger packets. Some of them come in the others. This is my die storage that I normally use, these ones are like 5 1/4 inch wide, and they fit perfectly in this box here. But these ones are 6 3/4 inch wide, and they don't fit in. And I was like having them diagonally, and that just wasn't working for me. So I thought I'm gonna have to make something myself. So I've got my big ones and my little ones sort of side by side, and yes, it's purple because that's my favourite colour. I might make another one now that I've made this for these, but for now I've just got that one, and I've got room for more dies. Always got room for more storage. So anyway, enough waffle. Stay tuned and I'll show you how I made it. Okay, to make this storage box I wanted it to be really strong, so I've used the cardstocks that you get with the DSP packs. Some of them come with like chipboard cardstock, and some of them come with this white, and this is what I'm using because it's a lot thicker. We've got one piece here that's 10 by 8 and one piece that's 8.5 by 8. All the measurements will be over my blog, so don't worry about writing them down right now. So we are going to score on this 10-inch side at 1.5, and then I'm just going to flip it and score it again at 1.5, because that's just easier maths for me to then work out what 8.5. I could have done that, I guess, couldn't I? Then we're going to flip it round on its side. I want this bit to be at the bottom, so you're less likely to see it. And actually I want that to be on the inside, so we'll go this way. And this is going to get scored at 1.5. I might just rescore those so the score line is going the right way, because I want that at the bottom on the inside, so we're not going to see it. And then this, so I shall remember to do it that way around. And this we are going to score again. This is going to be the front, so it's going to have just a 3/4 inch. I'm having the join at the front. Oops. I'm having the join at the front because I feel it's going to be leant back maybe a little bit, so I don't want the weight going on the join. So I'm going to do 3/4 on each side, and then that bit's at the bottom. This is the bit that's going to go 1.5. Okay, so that's my scoring, and then we'll just burnish all these. This really is thick, so that I make myself a nice strong box. It was quite scary cutting into my DSP because I really do love it. And I want to, I mean, I love my craft room, but I think by putting lots and lots of beautiful things, oh, that's the wrong way, that wants to be on the inside. By surrounding it with lots and lots of beautiful things, they will love it even more, and it will encourage me to be tidier. Well, we hope. Okay, so now we need to do some cutting. So we're going to cut straight up these flaps and notch in. I'm going to do a little bit of a notch on the outside as well. And the same here. Oh, except this I'm going to cut like that there, because that's going to get stuck on the inside. I haven't made a prototype for this, which is even scarier because I really don't want to waste my beautiful paper. But if the box doesn't work, then I won't be sticking the paper to it and I'll go back to the drawing board. But I think it will work. I'm quite confident in my designing. So we are going to stick the front to the back and hide the flaps on the inside. No, I want that to go like that. But I want to cut this diagonally, so I'm going down to 4.5 inches. So I'm going to use this to measure where 4.5 inches is, and then I'm just going to put a little pencil mark at 4.5, and the same on that side. And I am going to just cut from there to there, and I'm going to use my big scissors and do it in one big slice. You can do it on your trimmer, but I'm being brave and doing it like that. And then the front is going to do the same. So we want to cut this down to 4.5 here. I'm going to cut along there. And actually, this didn't need to be quite so long, so I might adjust those measurements actually. That's a good point. Yes, so a slight adjustment to the measurements there. This is what happens when you don't do prototype first. So this is 8.5 by 6 inches. I will make sure that the correct measurements are on my blog, but it's the same scoring down at 3/4 on each side and 1.5 there. So that is what we should be looking at. And then it's just a matter of sticking these on. I'm going to put the flaps on the underneath side, because I'm going to sandwich it between that, and then that's going to get glued like that. So we will have the join coming down here, but that's because I imagined that when the embossing folders are in, they're going to fall towards the back, so I didn't want the weight to be on where it's been stuck to. Okay, that was my logic there. Okay, I'm using coral glue because it's a nice strong glue, and it gives a little bit of added strength, I believe. When it dries. Oh, nearly glued that on the wrong bit. So let's put some glue on these flats. So it's quite simply constructed once you got the right measurements. And that's going to get glued to the underside. And then these. I hope I wasn't off camera then. I just suddenly realised I was standing quite a way away from my desk. There we go. And that's going to get stuck to the bottom, and then the flaps are going on the inside. I'm just going to get my bone folder and rub that down. And there we have that. It's quite a sturdy box for my large, and there, it's not gonna fall over that. So now to the decorating, and I really like that we can just flip through and I can see them. I can fit quite a few more in there as well, which is good. So now for the decorating, so I am using my DSP that I love. So this is from Petal Promenade, and I just love this sheet, and I've been saving it for something special, and I actually decided I didn't want to give it away, so I'm using it to decorate the box that will hold my dies. I love my dies, I love my craft room, I love this paper, so that seemed to be an appropriate use for romance, because I am in love with my room. So that was my idea. Okay, and I'm using the only fresh fig ribbon I've got is the finely woven ribbon, which was last year, so it is retired, but I thought that was okay to use this, so I shall be just wrapping this around to give it a nice little effect. I might put a little bow on it. Okay, so all the measurements for these mats will be on my blog, and the fresh fig ones are for the back. It's 6 1/4 by 6 3/4. For the front, it's 4 1/4 by 6 3/4, and then the two side bits are 6 1/4 by 1 1/4, and then the DSP is 1/4 inch smaller. So the back is 6 by 6 1/2, the front is 4 by 6 1/2, and the side bits are 6 by 1. So I'm just going to glue the DSP to the fresh fig, and then I shall glue it on. And I will speed this bit up because you don't want to be watching me do that. See you on the other side. So that's all the bits stuck, and of course I forgot, because I'm a numpty, that this is sloping, and I was going to do it so that it matted to the end and do that all diagonally, but I haven't done so. So yeah, numpty that I am. So I'm just gonna chop it. So I'm going to draw a diagonal on here. So I'm going to match that up to the top. I think this is going to work. Match it up to the top. Draw my line from there to there. Chop that. And that might work. It might not. Let's see. It works good enough for me. I might just chop it down ever so slightly more. Yep, that's good for me, and then I'll use that as a template for the other side. And that's going to go on there, and yes, we haven't got the fresh fig there, but I don't mind. Could peel that down if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Right, so now I'm just going to stick this around, and what I've got to decide, I'm thinking I'm going to put the ribbon underneath the side bits as a way of catching it in, but having it over the front of the other bits, if you get what I mean. So I'll have the join, I think, in a side bit. So if I have that going all the way around to there, and if I put, decide where I want it, about there, so we'll have a little glue dot to hold that in place on the side there. Ready to glue that side bit on over the top of it so it's caught underneath. And then I'm going to stick the back bit on, and then as I get more dies, I'll have to make another box over my next favourite DSP, and I'll just keep having beautiful DSP appearing on my desk. To hold all my different things. So that's going to go across like that. So we'll stick the front one in. is too long. So check it straight. And then we'll just stick this bit on now. And that is my lovely, lovely box, which holds my dies like that. And that's just going to look gorgeous on my desk. Now you can add a bow to this. So we'll get a glue dot. Might put it on this side as well. Put 2 on there. And there we have it. That is going to look really nice on my desk, I think. Hope you like that. All the details will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, and I'll put a link to the blog hop, and I do urge you to go and have a little look round. You might find a little bit more traditional romance themed things for Valentine's coming up, anniversaries, weddings, whatever, but this is my romance with my craft room. Okay, see you again soon. Bye.